Welcome, Pullin fans. It is Tuesday night, time for Outlawed Live. Thanks, Mike Idle, for filling in last week. I was on the road coming back from the leadership meeting we had in Omaha last week, and excited to be back here. The countdown for Lufkin, Texas is getting closer and closer here. We are literally 3 weekends away from the last two hooks of the 2025 season. Pretty exciting things happening in the background. Not going to divulge anything that's going on right now, but some really exciting things coming up for 2026. Super excited about next year already. Thanks for folks tuning in already. Case Conover watching from Lytle, Texas. I know he is pumped up and ready for Lufkin. The Draggin Pullin in the Pines. Dick Blancaspor watching from Inwood, Iowa. Cole Lundahl checking in from Wakefield, Nebraska. Chris Kilbarger checking in. Super fans out there watching. Big show lined up for tonight. I have another pulling champion, outlaw champion for the 2025 season. Pro Stock 4-wheel drive champion Keith Hammonds will be on tonight. Also, we're going to do When the Smoke Clears. Mike will not be on tonight. He's been busy and a little under the weather, he says, so we'll let him have the night off here as we delve into tonight's show. Let us know where you're watching from out there. Let us know your favorite pull of the season, biggest moment of the season from any one pull this year, and pulls you're going to go to next year. Let's lay it all out there. So thanks everyone for watching. Of course, in Lufkin, Texas coming up, guys, we've got some big classes down there. If you have your Outlaw Pulling app, you know we did add super stock diesel 4-wheel drive pickups down there in Lufkin, as well as Pro Stock 4x4. We've got 3 signed up down there. That is not a points class for Pro Stock 4x4. Just so you know, those points are final as of Spencer, Iowa, a couple weekends ago. That one is in the books. Jason Moon checking in. Thanks for watching. Marty Samuelson sitting in the tractor, harvesting beans and watching. Also, be careful out there, Marty. Joe Claypool watching from Macon, Missouri. Thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, Draggin Pullin in the Pines 2025, looking to be potentially the biggest one yet. Of course, we've got Texas Hot Farms that were added. That's not a points class as well, but super modified 2-wheel drive, Pro Stocks, modified tractors, and limited Pro 3.0 diesel pickups, all competing for points last hook of the season down there. So if you've never been and you've got some vacation time left this year, man, book a flight down there, jump in the car, jump in the RV, get you a camping spot down there. I promise you, you won't regret it. Super, super cool event down there. So much to see. Let's see, Alan Wickline. Can you say yet who bought the Voorhees mod? Wizard, my favorite pulling track. Love that place. Yes, it was. Let's see. Urban, not Kent Urban, but the other brother. So, yeah, it's going to probably pull more out in western Nebraska, probably with NSPA, National Sled Pullers region of the Outlaws. But, yeah, Urban bought that with 2 engines on it, is what he had told me. He sent me that message, I think, when we were at Wisner. So, Greg Urban, there you go. Yeah, there's 3 of those Urban brothers. So Tina and Eric Berger watching from Wilbur, Nebraska. So yeah, I don't know if I thought he was going to in my conversations with him, he was going to debut that at let's see, this past weekend in Brush, Colorado, but I'm not sure if that happened or not. So Cole Lundahl. Speaking about his favorite event, the 3 nights in Rock Valley. Always a fun time. Of course, Thunder in the Valley. Really enjoyed all the hospitality. Yep, the town got super involved this year. Really cool there at Thunder in the Valley this year. Some more 2-day events coming up next year. I'm not going to throw them out there just yet. Some people know what events those are. But as soon as we get a little closer to time, we will divulge that information. So a lot of things happening in the background here with the Outlaws. Yep. One thing about the app, we had a glitch in the app, having some issues with it over the weekend as far as results from Brush, Colorado with NSPA. If you have the app and as soon as you open it, you either click on the National Division or the NSPA Heartland Division. And yeah, the results still not up from Brush there, though it does look like they got all the entries in there, but results still not listing. Not sure that's a computer thing. And it's above my pay grade there when it goes to apps and computers. So let's see. Thomas Kimmons. I hope the dirt is not sacred in Washington, Missouri, because it's about to have monster trucks on it. Oh. See, I thought you were out of monster trucks now, Thomas. What, I thought you sold your truck or you had it for sale, but you're still out there crushing cars, huh? So, yeah, we've got Pro Stock champion on tonight. Man, I think I've lost count of all this guy has accomplished on the pulling track with the Outlaws. He won, I've seen my notes here, 13 of 17 hooks this year, which that I could say is unprecedented. That's domination of the class. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him on here. Keith Hammonds, Green City, Missouri. Keith, what's up, buddy?
Oh, just talking to you.
Yep. No dinner tonight. I didn't mean to ruin your dinner plans tonight.
I could skip a few meals.
You and me both, man. I tell you what, I was looking desperately for the picture I had right before the show started of you walking in the dirt at a pull barefooted. Now, I've heard of grounding, and I joke with you about this, but you're one with the dirt. I mean, what is the secret, man, for you to I mean, you were dominant this year, 13 of 17 hooks. You won the event. What's it take to get that done?
I don't know. It's everything. Obviously, paying attention to every detail. We've got some amazing power this year. Truck's working very well. I don't know. Everything's just happy this year.
So what is your routine when you get to a pull? What's the first thing you do?
Oh, walk up to the track immediately.
Before you even open the trailer door, you walk up to the track.
Oh yeah, you got to know what you're dealing with.
I mean, I can see the point in doing that, and I saw one time, I think it might have been Ravenna, where you were out there before they even touched the track, and there were some water puddles out there, so that kind of tells you, and there's most likely going to be a soft spot right there, right? I mean, is that kind of the preliminary indication you get when you go out there just looking for the soft spots?
Yeah, exactly. You're looking for big nasty spots in the track, and Kevin does a fantastic job of working the tracks in. And most of the time, once he gets done with it, you can't find those holes unless you know that you're there, and you just try to kind of avoid those. And I don't know. I don't know. We get lucky a lot.
So Mark J. Ham, of course, says you're his hero.
Yeah.
Out there. So I saw you guys hanging out there in Spencer after the show, the last hook of the season. So eight championships out of 9 seasons. I mean, what's your plans in the off season that you can talk about in preparing for 2026?
Oh, we're gonna get the hauler fixed up a little more. Wasn't planning on doing a overhaul on the hauler already, but we got that done last week. And I don't know. I want to fix up the trailer a little more. Like to get it wrapped. Maybe we can come up with a couple sponsors to help pay for that. Just a ramp door on the back would be nice. Just make it a little easier to get in and out.
Where's your favorite track? You have a favorite track?
Oh man, I don't know. Weeping Water, Nebraska has always been really good to us. I mean, that thing is just known to be a monster track. I mean, it's find the lowest gear in the box and get after it. That's a fun track. Rock Valley was very good this year. Man, I don't know. There's so many good ones. It's obviously Wisner. The atmosphere there is always amazing. It's what that new one we went to north of Wisner this year. I can see that that's going to be a lot of fun.
Manila.
No,
I think
it's
north
like
of north of Wisner,
yeah.
Norfolk.
Yeah, no,
racetrack.
No, not the racetrack.
Hmm.
Just like straight north of Wisner, about 30 miles.
Let's see here.
Or it seems like it's north when you're driving to it.
Yeah, we can find it here. Let's see. There's.
Oh,
You guys didn't go to Concord, did you?
No.
Didn't go to Concord.
Philip won there.
Philip won. Let's see. Oh, Wayne. You're talking about Wayne, Nebraska.
Yeah, I think Wayne's going to be interesting. I mean, they're talking about, making it a little bigger show. That seemed like not like the track was super amazing, but it seemed like a really cool atmosphere there.
Yeah, Wayne is, they've built a really good show there. They have a lot of vehicles there this year for one night. That's a really big show.
Yeah.
Of course, we'd have went on down to Platte City the next night, but Mother Nature really put the quietus on us several times this year with the rain and such. Do you carry, speaking of rain, and you're a dirt guy, do you carry like spare sets of tires and wheel setups in your trailer, or what you have on there, that's what you're going to run?
Oh, we've got spare tires with us just in case you tear up something, but I found that if you can leave something the same as much as you can, even a gear, it's, set the clutch up the same over and over, and it's just, leave the tires the same, shoot for the same air pressure, don't try to reinvent the wheel, just make it do the same thing every time, and you'll have good results.
Yeah, we mentioned Wayne. Yeah, it's a great event if you can put up with that guy there, that Kevin Davis there. I'm not sure if you met him or not. He, I got to give him a little hell on here when he chimes in. So
we've met so many people up there that I didn't personally know, and they're all, of course, I don't know. Everybody seems to know us, and it's probably my fault I don't know them.
Yeah, it's a really nice facility there. Kevin does a good job of prioritizing that truck and tractor pull. In my opinion, I think he prioritizes it over some of the other events maybe, but great event there. So 8 championships in the last 9 years. Do you have any other championships with any other organizations?
Yeah, we've got two with PPL and one with it's been so long since we pulled with them. IMO, Iowa, Missouri.
Okay.
That's where we started. And I don't know, it seems weird that we're pretty much pulling with about the same group of IMO. We pulled with Brett Stamps and Dave Walters and Toby and I don't know. Almost the whole class went from IMO to Outlaws, and of course DJ used to be a pro street there, and then Matt Strange. There's just a lot of them converted over to Outlaws, and I think we do a really good job of putting on a heck of a show for the crowd, and
no doubt.
Those trucks are tough trucks.
Yeah, that's a tough class, and that's one thing that you look at in that class, that you've had such great success, and the way you dominated it this year is like, how can a guy be spot on? Not every time, but dang near it. It wasn't like the ones you didn't win, you didn't get beat up on too bad at all. It's like, how tough is that to be on your A game every time, man?
Well, when everything's working good, I don't know, it just kind of seems to, sometimes you get lucky, and this set of clutch discs we've got is like 8 years old. I've been holding on to them forever and ever. Wow. And I feel like that's some of our success this year, having some discs around that are, a little more reliable. And Jim told us when we went to pick up that motor this year, he's like, hey, I'm telling you, this thing is an animal. And he wasn't kidding. It's just, that thing is just a beast.
So speaking of your engine program, you we talk about it a lot, the RCE engines. Any major issues, in the middle of the season or any time in the season where you had to take it back in and get into the bottom end of it? Or are those things just like an anvil all summer long?
I mean, I personally haven't had any problems with this motor. I mean, I know that Toby's had some problems breaking valve springs, and Chuck had a little bit of bad luck this year. He pulled a rocker arm. Nathan and those guys, a couple years ago, they broke a crank. I mean, it's not like they're not indestructible. I mean, if you take care of them, they'll take care of you. But I mean, they for all in all purposes, I mean, they are a very tough engine. They're just very reliable. I mean, they're going to do the same thing over and over and over. And that's the 5th year on this motor, so we've had several chances of getting it perfect, and it's awful close.
It's hard not to notice that other pullers in the class have switched over to the same engine program or the same engine builder that you have. A lot of them, though, not to the success that you've had so far. I mean, Toby's had some really good pulls. Of course, the Rat Trap, very strong Ford truck that comes out of that same engine shop there. I mean, how many Pro Stocks are running the RCE engines now?
I think there's 8 or 10 of them between Outlaws, and he's got some here in Missouri that don't hit all the Outlaws. Jim mentioned one time, he goes, "Hey, what's going to happen when we have 10 of these all in one class and they all run like this one does?" And that's kind of the hard part. Everybody wants big power till they get big power, and then you've got to figure out how to hook it. And some of the guys are struggling a little bit, figuring it out. And he's like, but when we get 10 of them in there, he's like, somebody's getting 10th. If all 10 of them are in there running good, it's going to come down to making smart decisions with the gear, making sure your truck doesn't break, and A to B passes. We had a mistake at the Iowa State Fair, and it was a very simple, childish miss on my behalf, trying to do the right thing and replacing parts in the middle of the year, and end up unplugging the crank trigger wire, and it was running on about 4 cylinders. So it's maintenance is the key to everything, and that one bit me a little bit, but that's all right. I mean, it happens.
I was good. That was actually going to be my next question. Was there any run this season where you were like, man, I really messed that one up or missed the setting on that one? That would be it, the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah. I mean, I think if it would have ran, we'd have been right in the top 2 or 3. I think we had a 3rd at Wisner, and the other 2 were second places. So, I mean, I knew we couldn't win at Wisner. I was happy to be in the top 10 at Wisner. That track was backing up pretty fast, and Toby had a fantastic run. He was way out there, and the 2 second places, Philip got us around us up there at, I think what you said it was Wayne, wasn't it? And that probably missed the gear a little bit there. Philip hit it right on and got around us, and then up here by the Missouri line, I can't ever remember the names of the tracks, but Mercer, yeah. They tried a little different line, and Marty got around us, and hey, I was happy for him. I think RCE won every pull this year except for 2 hooks. Philip won 2 hooks.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Toby had a win, and Marty had a win. So I'm very proud of our entire program. It's coming around very nice.
Well, I have to say that sometimes you've surprised me sometimes when, I know that in the DOT truck tire classes that, when the sun goes down, the track's supposed to get better. And of course, the Iowa State Fair, you just never know there because the track's a little sketchy anyway. And then it's in the middle of the afternoon with the heat, sun beating down on it. There's been times when I've seen your draw a few times be like, well, it'd be interesting to see how Keith's going to handle this. The track's going away. And you come out there and win. And I'm like, I mean, along with the rest in the class, scratching my head, like, how the heck does he do that? So, I mean, it's interesting, but that's literally how I judge some of these pulls. Is I'm like, I wonder how Keith's going to handle this track, you know.
Like I say, we get lucky a lot. We got 10 or 12 years of notes. I don't rely on notes. Hey, I'm not going to go, well, I ran this gear here 5 years ago, and that's the gear I'm going to run. It's getting out there, reading the dirt. We do a lot of checking the weather a lot. If the barometer's down and the air's bad, I mean, you're going to be down 150 horse. You need to be paying attention to stuff like that and gear accordingly.
Yeah. Now,
of course, everybody's down 150 horse, but you got to be
right.
Know to what, hey, you're not going to run that great big gear tonight because it ain't going to make power.
Yeah. Now, as far as taking notes and stuff, we did have another guest on, I think it was Chad Andrews, that said, they have a little black book. And he said, in their opinion, the tracks don't change much from year to year. So the notes they have are pretty consistent year to year at these tracks they pull on year after year. So,
yeah. I mean, you can definitely go back to the notes and go, hey, we ran center of the track or right side of the track, left side of the track, and you pay attention to the track there a little more, going, hey, well, it was here last year. Is it going to be here this year?
Yeah.
And it just depends on if they got any natural moisture that week. The tracks were really good early this year. Usually kind of struggle in the middle of the summer when the tracks dry up and you're putting, I don't want to say fake moisture in it, but it's not the same as rain.
Yeah.
And, we had that natural moisture in the ground. It took a lot of power to go down the track. And we had some good draws. Some of the really good guys in the class were making some mistakes, and, we just kept going out there and doing the same thing over and over. And that's what wins championships.
So no major changes for next year, nothing.
We'll see what happens. This motor we have in the truck right now is currently for sale. If it doesn't sell, we'll run it again. We did start building a new power plant. Jim wasn't real happy with it. It's not making quite the same power that this thing is, and so he tore into it again and is going to work on it a little more. But we might try to run the new motor some next year. Unless we sell this motor. But I really don't. Other than the truck, no, we're not going to change. I'm not going to go screw it up yet.
So you have, I know it wasn't 2-3 years ago. You changed the chassis, went with a different chassis.
Yep.
Took you a few hooks to get that thing set up the way you wanted it. I know that you struggled a little bit early in getting that one just right, but once you got it right, it was Katie bar the door. But the engine you have now, are you trying to sell it with the passes you have on it, or is that freshened up, or what?
No, that'll be fresh. They can come take it out of the truck. They can come run it, whatever they want to do. We're going to sell it as freshened because we really don't, we want whoever, if somebody buys it, we want it to go back to Jim. We don't really want our technology out there. Not that it's really any different than anybody else's, but, Jim would like to keep it at home. And, so, I've been pricing it freshened,
okay.
It's going to be the same exact motor that it is.
Well, that'd be a good engine for somebody that's got a pro stock pickup, no doubt.
Yeah, it's not quite for the faint of heart, but it's
a proven winner.
It has proven itself quite many times, yeah.
So, what? I noticed you got the whole family coming with you a lot this year. Is that your pit crew you got? And tell us what their names you.
Jamie takes care of Candace and Jaira here at the house, and she had an opportunity to take those girls in and help them out, and so we chose to. And they say they're my good luck charm, and I believe them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Anybody, I know, of course, you want to thank RCE, but anybody else you want to thank for your success this year?
Jim, he goes out of his way for everybody. He really does. And Bryce Terry at Terry Implement, they help us out. And, of course, Jamie, I wouldn't do it without her. And and I don't know that I'd want to do it. It's a lot of work. It's it's a full-time job on the road.
Chris Kilbarger wants to know who does your chassis work, or is it all you?
We build them all here. My stepbrother Brandon, he comes and helps us fab up and weld, and we've got 3 chassis out there right now, and we're going to redo my dad's truck this winter. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting any younger. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time to build a truck, and I really don't know if we want to build very many more.
Yeah, well, to build them right, yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's
take your time. So.
Everybody, you can't knock one out in 2 or 3 weeks? No way. No way.
So your dad's truck, is he still pulling out there?
Yeah, he's got a Pro Street, and Jim built him a really nice motor, and it's running good. We're just fighting a little hop in it, and I think it's time to just get a new chassis underneath that thing and get it all squared up again.
Now, where does he pull? Who does he pull with?
He pulls with, oh man,
Midmo,
Twin States, and he won the points in Illinois. I'm not exactly sure the name of that association. I don't know, Illinois, Missouri, that area.
Okay, yeah.
And he pulls a little bit with the Missouri guys. He went down to Dixon with us this week, and he didn't have a great pass, but he was about mid pack with them guys. Hey, them Pro Street trucks are tough.
That's a challenging class.
Yes, it is very.
I think it kind of died out for a while, and I'm pretty sure I know why, because when you're putting that much money into heads to make them, they're using OEM heads. I'm sure that's still the rule, right? They have to use an OEM head.
Yes.
But to make those flow and make the power, you spend so much money on those things. And then, of course, they're weaker after, they've been hogged out so much to flow, and they're prone to cracking and things. It just seemed like they were spending as much money on these Pro Street motors as they were on a Pro Stock. And it's like, why not just put a weight rag out front and go Pro Stock? And I think that's kind of where.
There's no doubt. I mean, I know my dad's got a ton of money in that thing, and Jim kind of took it as a little bit of a personal, I don't know, challenge. It's he's like, we can make this live, and we tore it up a couple times, but my dad's getting up there in age, and I'd like for him to have a good year with it and go out and have some fun, and I think we can do it. It's just got a Pro Street truck. Definitely hooks different than a Pro Stock truck. It's definitely a different challenge, and I don't know. We'll play with it this winter and see if we can't get him up there in their top 2 or 3 with them big boys.
Well, when he's got a weekend off, I mean, you ought to invite him to an Outlaw pull and build him a Pro Stock weight rack to put out there on the front of it to pull with us every once in a while.
He'll go over to Illinois, and his weight bar actually slides out. They can have a weight bar over there in Pro Street, and he'll go run the Pro Stock class and beat up on them guys. And it's like, well, I don't know. I don't think they like it too much, but
they don't like it when that pro streeter comes out.
They don't much care when a 468 with GM heads on it puts 5 feet on them.
Ouch! Wow.
They kind of get pissy, but.
So you happy where you're at Pro Stock 4x4? I mean.
Oh yeah, I don't know that I'd want to pull any other class. I mean, there's other classes I like to watch. I love watching the light supers. Kind of getting into watching the what do they call it? Light limited mods, the ones that it's got like 10 different engines in that class.
Yeah.
That class is starting to get really fun to watch. Just because I don't know, there's 4 or 5 of them that could win on any given night, just depending on how the tracks are. That's a pretty fun class to watch. No, I'm happy with where we're at. I don't think I'd ever want to go to a mod truck necessarily. I don't know.
Every year, Keith, we get rule suggestions, and I know one of the rules that you see pop up for your class a lot is, going to a 35-inch tire or going bigger cubic inch, 500 or what have you. I mean, would you be on that bandwagon to go to a bigger tire or a bigger motor, or do you think keep it right where it's at?
Well, the bigger motor thing, there's nobody else around that has a different engine rule. Missouri, Kansas, yeah, all the states around here are 485. Yeah. So I don't think that would gain us anything as far as getting more vehicles in the class. It's just going to make everybody go spend another 15 grand for a new crank and blah, 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 this and that. So I don't really see any advantage there. I could see going to a 35-inch tire. Some of the guys would like to go to a 31-inch bar tire, but I mean, we've already got a bar tire class, and we need to separate the two. I like the DOT thing. I mean, obviously our tire is our limiting factor by far. And, I think there's a lot of guys out there that can make more power than what we're making. It's just a matter of, can you hook it? Can you do anything with it? Is it usable power? I don't know. The 35-inch tire would be the same tire as like the diesel trucks have, where a guy could swap some tires back and forth or possibly be able to sell them. And I don't know. I wouldn't be totally opposed to that, but there's probably 40, 50 pro stock trucks around in the 4 or 5 state circle here. That's
probably more.
Yeah. Or even more. That's all pretty much the same rule besides an intake.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I wish them guys would vote in intakes. I mean, they can literally go buy a $1,000 cast intake just like I have and bolt it on, and it's 40 horse. I don't understand why they wouldn't want to do that, but I guess at that point, then they'd have to put up with the outlaw trucks. So they keep that rule that in there where we can't come play with them. But.
And not saying that's the case, but throughout my lifetime, I've seen that a lot where some rules were intended just to prevent someone else from pulling with them.
It happens.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's too bad, but so I mean, you're happy where you're at in your class with your truck. I mean, what is there to shoot for now after a season like this where you've won all but 4 hooks? What is there to shoot for? I know you're starting to get in your own bracket there with some of the elites, the outlaw elites with 8+ points titles, but what is there to shoot for now?
Oh, I mean, I guess the goal is to get 10 outlaw championships, and that's kind of always been the goal. I don't know. I mean, obviously go undefeated would be cool, but it's about impossible. I mean, there's 5 or 6 trucks in our class that could win at any given night. If you drop the ball, miss a gear, they are on you. If you pick the wrong line, I mean, they're going to figure it out. And with there's 18, 20 trucks in the class, they're going to find the road.
Yeah. And you've got a bullseye on your back.
So. That happens.
There are teams right now that are thinking about this and trying to figure out how to make more horsepower, how to get it to the ground to beat you next year. So that's going to be a challenge all in itself. Trying to fend some of these guys off.
We like a challenge.
I love it.
Hey, you know what? If people weren't trying to beat us, then this class wouldn't be any fun. Yeah. I mean, there gets to be a little frustration in the class. I know some of the guys are mad. Oh, you win all the time, blah, blah, blah. But, until they go home and take it, they can say they're serious all they want, but until you're out there changing something every pass to make it better and not just keep beating that same dead horse over and over. I get, not being rude, but there's some people out there that are doing that. And, it's, I don't know. We got lucky early in our career of finding a chassis setup that's happy.
Yeah.
And, we've tried to capitalize on it. And, I really don't know what advice to give people to make them more competitive, subtle adjustments. Don't try to reinvent the wheel here. It's stop. Jamie has told me this all the time. Hey, stop worrying about hey, that truck's out there 25 feet. It's you against the sled. Do the best that you can do with that at that given moment.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people get in their own heads about, oh man, Hammonds is out there at 328, and everybody else is at 314. How are we going to catch him?
Yeah.
Just make the best pass you can against that sled at that given moment, and that's all you can really do. I mean, like I said, we get lucky a lot.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
There's a lot of skill there, no doubt. I mean, you didn't get 8 championships in 9 years off of being lucky.
Well,
you know what I mean? So
we couldn't do it without Jim, and he gives us a power plant that is astronomical. I mean, it doesn't make it. All those motors are all within about 10 to 15 horse, depending. Gerald Snyder's new motor out there, it's down a little bit right now, but we're sneaking up on it. Jim will get that thing out there making some good power. So, before long, we'll have a Dodge right in the hunt there too. And
some of those Dodge boys, if they stuck with it a little more, I mean, they might give you a little more trouble throughout the season.
The biggest problem those guys have right now is, it's not like there's 20 of them out there to go, hey, what camshaft you guys running?
Yeah.
What rocker combination you guys trying to run? What valve spring you trying to run? It's, what rod stroke ratio? There's only 2 or 3 of them, and they're a different animal. Those things are they are very temperamental. And I think Jim's got a pretty good handle on Gerald's. Gerald had a little bit of bad luck down there this weekend at Marshfield. Went to prime it up, and the thing wouldn't make any oil pressure. We're pretty sure it's a section in the fuel or in the oil pump, but hey, before don't tear it up, stop. Let's get it fixed, and he'll make it right.
Yeah, those guys. I mean, they've been pretty impressive. Some of the passes I've seen those Dodges make, but haven't really seen any of them on the points chase throughout the season. They'll miss several pulls here and there. So
that's kind of the plan. Get them up there and competitive. Marty struggled a little this year. It's got that new block. Doesn't make quite as much power as he used to make before. He's just going to have to, put his head down and work on it a little more, and work on being a little more consistent. And he's going to get right back up in there again. And there's no doubt in my mind that there is no ducks in Outlaws. It's not he's the last hook. We got this one. No, you'd never know.
No, and there's a couple of them that I've noticed that run really well on a loose track. It's like Brandon Bloom, that Heartbeat truck.
Yep.
If you get on a sketchy track, you got to watch out for him, because he'll drive right past you. I've seen it a couple times, but like I said, there's no slouches in that group. It's all top tier competitors. So
there's no doubt. It's a fun bunch to run with. I mean, hey, if anybody out there wants to come play with Outlaws, hey, there's 18, 20 trucks here. Come try to beat up on them, and when you end up 8th, 10th, or win, appreciate it, because this is the best of the best. Not to toot our own horns here, but we can pretty much go anywhere and be in the top 2 or 3, and I think everybody knows it.
Yeah, and I will tell you next year that Holganix is back on board for the sweeps next year, and your class is one that's going to have a little added injection of funds for that sweep. So instead of pulling for 8,000, you're going to be pulling for 10,000 next year in that sweep.
Great.
Total. So a big thanks to Organics Midwest out there. So
and it's fun to run that. You've already got the stress of oh man, we got to stay in the top 4 or 5 for running for Outlaws, but it's a lot longer stretch, and then you throw in that money sweep there in the summer, and it's like, oh man, a little more stress. Hey, you better be on the A game here. There's another $4 or $5 grand up for grabs here, and I mean, honestly, we can't afford to do it without winning some money.
Yeah.
It's
And Hoganics, I mean, they awesome sponsor. We have awesome sponsors. The Hoganics, I mean, they're pulling fans too. So,
Yep.
And they love it. And of course, one of their things is they want to get more money into the hands of the pullers. So
yeah,
we appreciate that.
It's a good thing for pullers, and I think it's I'm not a farmer, but it seems to be a very good thing for the ground. Even long term, it's good for the future of your farm, and if nobody's looked into it, they need to. It seems like it's a good product for everything.
Well, I mean, the guys that we have, the farmers, we have a lot of farmers that pull with us, of course,
Sure.
you know that, and a lot of those guys went in, and did a test plot, the first year, and then year two, the majority of them were all in, because it worked so well. So, I mean, the proof's in the pudding, and we have so many pullers that have purchased the product and now are all in, putting it on all their crops, and
Yep.
Of course, a lot of them are on the carbon payback program where they're literally getting paid to put it on the crops now, and they're getting more bushels per acre. So,
yeah,
I'm not a farmer either, but it makes total sense when it's explained to me. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, it's definitely a win-win.
But
anything you can do to help it, and I feel sorry for them guys. Farming's not easy right now, and crop prices aren't great, but they'll toughen through it and make it work somehow.
Yep. So, awesome job this year, man. Thanks for taking the time out for coming on the show tonight and divulging a little bit of your wisdom there in a pro stock 4-wheel drive class. But and I'll give you one more chance for any thanks we might have missed earlier, or just throw those thank yous.
Like I said, Jim Evans, Raw Competition. If you guys are looking for a power plant, give him a call. He's not cheap, but hey, nothing is.
No, you got it. You got it, buddy. Nothing's cheap.
Bryce and Sid, Terry Implement, and obviously my wife. Jamie. If I wasn't for her, we wouldn't be doing this. So.
Yeah. Got to thank her, and she's your biggest fan out there too, buddy. So
yeah.
So congratulations to you and Jamie, the whole family, and the folks there at Raleigh Competition. It's another awesome season. We'll be looking for you in 2026, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. Have a good night, bud.
You too.
Keith Hammonds, 8-time champion, 8 times in 9 seasons with the Outlaws. Just dominant this year, 13 out of 17 pulls. The green Chevy from Green City won the class. So dominant performance from that team this year, and expecting big things from him next year. But like I told him, he's got that bullseye on his back. He's got a lot of guns aimed at him. So we'll see what happens in 2026. I'm looking forward to 2026 out there, the 250th anniversary of the country out there. I mean, it's going to be an awesome year for not only outlaw pulling, but patriotism and America in general. So yeah, looking forward to next season. Mike's not here tonight. I want to thank Mike for filling in last week. I was on the road out there, but he did get the information from McKinsey, and he got the questionnaire for this week. When the smoke clears this week. This tractor has come on strong here this season. They didn't pull for points, and they kind of got a late start this year, but this tractor was one to be reckoned with here, at least the last half of the season. Garrett Davidson, when the smoke clears tonight, is for High Velocity Legacy Edition, when the smoke clears. When the smoke clears, you've got Garrett Davison out of Osceola, Nebraska, driving the High Velocity Legacy Edition Agco Alice tractor, giving the Orange fans something to cheer about out there. They don't get a whole lot of opportunities to cheer for their favorite color tractors out there, but the Davidsons really came out swinging this year, having a great season with their Agco tractor. Got some comments here. Let's see. Mick Broughton watching tonight. Better have deep pockets and R&D if you're going to run Mopar stuff. That is an understatement. That is true. Chevrolet stuff is very plentiful. Not so much on the Dodge side of things. So, so when the smoke clears, I'll put that graphic back up there. Garrett Davison out of Osceola, Nebraska. The name of the tractor is High Velocity Legacy Edition 4-1 Limited Pro Stock Tractor. Garrett's been pulling for 11 years, shares driving duties with his sister Kelsey Davidson. First hook ever was Leonardville, Kansas, there just northwest of Manhattan, Kansas. Most memorable hook was this year at Wisner, Nebraska. Wildest ride. No wild rides for Garrett, but Kelsey, I think, would have the Pullers Championship from a couple years back listed there, where she turned the tractor up over on its side. No points championships to speak of. Said he'd love to run for points, but business always comes first. Biggest pulling hero, he lists several: Don Masterson, Jordan Lustick, Brian Schromick. His day job, he's an ag salesman and a farmer. Pulling goals to pull at the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky. You see that one a lot, especially in the smoker classes. Best part about being an outlaw, the people you meet, the friends you make. And a message to fans from Garrett: dream big and chase your dreams until you catch it. So never give up there. So in the spotlight this week, when the smoke clears, Garrett Davison, 4-1 Limited Pro Stock Agco tractor called High Velocity Legacy Edition. So awesome. It's a little something for the Orange fans out there. Zook Fukerberg, also known as Doug Voth. Not sure, Doug. Not sure what engine's in there. We didn't have that in the questionnaire, but good question. And an even more important question is, the 4-1s are done for the season. Are we going to see the Griffin Growl grace our presence in Lufkin, Texas? That's the question I'm asking right now, Doug Voth. So Chris Kilbarger says, I love the orange. Groveport, Ohio's Bob Williams Double Trouble D21 was one of my heroes. Awesome. Yes, Randy, Lufkin, Texas is coming up 17th and 18th of October, just a few weeks away. And Mark Ham says the Davidsons, another phenomenal pulling family. I'll agree with you there. So look, I don't want to miss any questions here or anybody chiming in. Next week's show, we'll have Mike back. I think we're going to have, pretty sure we've got another four-wheel drive puller, the modified class, on next week. Murray Thornton will be on to talk about his championship season with Thumper. The Thornton family, of course, dominated modified four-wheel drive, taking the top 3 spots this year. Cole Lundahl says, Garrett sure turned some heads late in the season with the 4-1. Watch out for that tractor next season to make some big moves. I agree. Yep, that was, when he came out swinging for sure. People took notice. Let's see. Finally figured out the problem. The cams are getting reground. Should be here next week. I think it'll be a runner. So fingers crossed. I'm hearing we've got a couple of really mean tractors out of Kentucky coming. Possibly a couple of mean ones out of Illinois coming to the Lufkin Pull to supplement the awesome class of tractors we already have. And even one from California, I'm hearing, might be coming out to Lufkin, Texas. So going to be a big modified class. What a great modified class we've had all season. Who would have thought we'd have 13 to 16 modified tractors at several events this season? It was one of our better classes as far as participation goes in 2025. So, and you never know, we might have some more next year with the Holganics Summer Sweep. add money to the kitty there. So going to be a great season next year. I'm looking forward to it. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Also, don't forget, if you don't have plans to go to Lufkin, Texas on the 17th and 18th, get on the phone, get on the internet, get your plans made. You don't want to miss that pull. It's a definite bucket list pull. So much more than just pulling going on. There's concerts, semi-truck drag racing on the drag strip, truck shows, car shows, vendors, fun stuff for the kids. Last year they had the bubble machine there for the kids. So always a cool deal there, and that show gets better every year. Is Wayne Sullivan going to make Lufkin? A little birdie says maybe. No 100% definites on that, but maybe. And another 2-engine mod out of Kentucky may be coming as well. Doug both. So we shall see. So thanks for watching tonight. Thanks so much for being part of the show and being part of Outlaw Nation. Love all the fans out there, all the pullers and all the sponsors for making Outlaw Pulling what it is today. So look forward to talking to y'all next week. Tune in live next Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central for Outlawed Live. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.